Oh, that's right. I built another wand focus in between recording sessions here. The fire focus, which does pretty much what you think it does. It launches fire. My wand is now a flamethrower. Well, hello and welcome back to Crackpack. Let's do that again. Hello and welcome back to Crackpack with the Crackpots with me, Philadelphus, and Josh over in his house behind me over there.
We certainly are cracked tonight.
Yeah, we're back with another recording session here. Can see your smeltery that you got set up there over between recording sessions. We did a little bit of mining. It's got some resources. Josh set up a smeltery so we could start kind of working on doubling our ores and stuff like that. So we got some of the not so interesting stuff out of the way, so we can do some of the more interesting stuff tonight. And part of that is why I've got this random cauldron set up over a fire down here in my basement. The reason it's down in the basement is because I tried doing it up here in my fireplace between recording sessions, and that set my house on fire in a very dramatic fashion. And it's really lucky that Josh was flying overhead and happened to see it at the time. So I've gone ahead and repaired all that damage because it was kind of burned out quite a bit of this floor and part of the next floor and some of the roof, and yeah. So anyway, that's why there's a cauldron down in the basement here. And the reason that we have that is because we're going to get into doing some more Thaumcraft stuff here. It's something we haven't done before. On the Alchemy tab here, we've got this basic Alchemy, which you can read it here on the screen if you want, or I'll just go ahead and show you how to do it, because, there's a bunch of different recipes here. First of all, what we want to do is we want to take this cauldron and whack it with our wand, and it will turn into a crucible, which is a little bit different. And we can actually use this for stuff. That's why we need the fire underneath there to heat up any water that we put in there. I'm going to want I'll keep that on the hotbar, keep that with the bag, there we go. Alright, so I also went ahead and did a bunch of research off camera, and so we can just go ahead and take these research notes and just right-click them to get all our different researches. Get that one. Let's just go ahead and get them all here. All of them. There we go. Much better. So we've got quite a few different researches now. Got a whole bunch here. Got some down in basic information. I picked up research duplication, so I could make copy research notes that might be useful for Josh, since he's getting into doing Thaumcraft as well. We've got Node in a Jar, which is a pretty fun little piece of research that'll let us actually capture. We can take nodes from out in the world and shrink them down into little jars, and then we can place them back down where we want them to, which is quite handy. Let's keep on. Okay, I started a little bit going down the Golomancy line, so I've learned how to make a hungry chest that can pick up objects that are dropped on it by itself, and how to make straw golems, which again we're going to need we're going to be doing alchemy for here. Learned a few things over here in the Thaumic Horizons tab, which is an add-on for Thaumcraft, how to make great wood boats that don't break. Very, very, very nice. A few more things that require alchemy. Maybe I should just go look at that here. So yeah, so we've got a bunch of research around alchemy here. Basically, with alchemy, you can use magic to transmute things into other things. So one of the simplest cases is magical metallurgy here. We can turn pure regular old iron into thaumium with a little bit of magic, just a touch of magic, and we can use that to make various tools and armor. It's like iron, except it holds enchantments a lot better. What else can we do? We can do magic tallow. We can use that to make magic candles, which are, well, they're not particularly magic by themselves, but they are useful later on. We can research night ore, which is kind of a cool little block. It provides light. And it's kind of a very cool little torch. Actually, let's go ahead and make some of that. So this is showing us that we need to do this in the crucible. What we need to do is we need to put objects that have these. We need to get this much essentia. Sorry, I'm trying to think about how to explain this. So we can throw things into the crucible when it's got water in it and it's heated up and boiling. and it will break it down into, I think I put a water source here. There we go. So once it starts boiling, we'll be able to, like that, we'll be able to throw things into it, and it will break them down into their magical components, their essentia. So probably the best way to do this is just to do a demonstration. So let me come up here, grab a little glowstone dust, and we need, what do we need for Night Tour? We need some Ignis, some Lux, and some Potentia, and I believe we can get the Ignis and Potentia from coal. And then we need some torches. Alright. So, once we throw, so these torches, all they have is a single Lux point in them, right? So once we throw them in, the torches will get broken down, and the crucible will then have a point of Lux, or we'll have 1 point of Lux for each torch that we throw in there. And similarly, this coal has 2 Potentia and 2 Ignis. And we throw that in, and it'll break down, and it'll put that amount of Potentia and Ignis into the crucible. And then when we have 3 Lux, 3 Potentia, and 3 Ignis, if we throw in a piece of glowstone dust, you'll transmute it into Night Tour. So the best way to demonstrate it is just to go ahead and do it here. So let's just start tossing things in. So you can see the little Lux symbol. Oops, so I put a few extra torches in there. But alright, so we can now throw in a piece of glowstone, and ta-da! We are given a piece of Night Tour. Now, you don't want to hang around too long, because these aspects that are in the crucible will start breaking down into their component aspects over time. So I'm going to go ahead and toss this in right now. And so we've still got a little bit of extra Lux left in there, and that's going to start breaking down into Ignis and air over time. And it may leave us with some kind of nasty, gaseous goo coming out at the end. Yeah. So we may have some stuff coming out of there in a little bit. But that's what happened. Okay, so you can see it's broken down one of those Lux into. Okay, so it's broken down those 2 Lux, 1 into air, 1 into Ignis. Actually, by itself, it's never mind. It just evaporated. Oh, the air just. Okay, so apparently the. Oh no, there we go. There's some flux gas up there. I can't scan it. Let's.
Don't bring it over here, man. That stuff's good.
Yeah, we'll just have to put a block on it to cover it up. Some dirt here. So that's the basics of alchemy. It's taken one thing and using some essentia, and using some aspects from something else to transform it into another thing. So Night Tour, I just go ahead and place one here. Yes, it looks very pretty. It's a lovely eternal flame there. It's just like the Olympics. You can walk right through it. It's not actually there. It just looks really cool. But you can also use it in place of this very dangerous fire. And plunk a Night Tour down there. And that will actually count as a fire source to keep the crucible burning. So also that broke my...
Fire.
Broke my... burned up my piece of stone bricks there. Very nice.
Well,
so yeah. Yeah, thanks, fire. Just what I wanted. There we go. Alright. So yeah, so that's the basic introduction to alchemy there, and so we can just do it similarly with any of the other alchemy recipes. You just have to get the right aspects in there, and then toss in the catalyst, as it's called, whatever you need to throw in there to change things, and then you can create stuff. So we can make some magic tallow here. This is pretty simple. You just need rotten flesh and 2 Praecontatio aspects. And rotten flesh, I believe I have some in my chest up here. Yeah, sounds good. And Praecontatio, oops. Thankfully we're down here next to the brewing area. So I've got a whole bunch of nether wart, which has Praecontatio in it. So let's see, we're going to need 12, because it does 1 each. So we can do this very quickly and do a bulk. Ta-da! There we go. And we've got 6 magic tallow here, and we've got a bunch of aspects in there that are going to break down over time. But nothing much you can do about that. Alchemy is essentially a little bit of a slightly messy process. At least until you get to the more advanced levels of advanced alchemy, which is something we'll be getting to hopefully pretty soon. Which I cannot wait to get to, because I really dislike this messy, toss-in aspects. It's really hard to get balanced up. Night Tour is very nice because it's one of the few things you can get a really actual balanced amount, not having any leftover aspects in, notwithstanding me throwing in extra torches. But pretty much anything else you do is going to have a bunch of extra little aspects left over, and you're going to get flux gas, and it's just kind of a nasty mess. So we're going to get started on going for some more advanced alchemy that won't have those problems pretty soon. But let me check what else we had. So, Thermic Horizons, alright, this is basically you can use alchemy to grow plants faster, not particularly a thing that we really need at the moment. Make eggs be certainly incubated, make them give a 100% chance to create a chicken. You can even duplicate meat if you want to. What else? Oh yeah, we've got this Wand Focus Illumination, which is pretty cool. That's actually pretty simple. Glowstone block, 8 Ignis, 8 Potentia, and 12 Lux. I should be able to make that pretty easily, come to think of it. Let's see here. So 4 coal and 12 torches, I think. Oh, exactly what I have. How nice. And then I need a block of glowstone. Have I not scanned glowstone? Apparently I have not. There we go. Alright. So it doesn't matter kind of what order you throw things in. If I were to throw the glowstone in first, obviously that wouldn't work. It would just break down into its components. So we've got more flux gas coming out here. Not much we can do about it here. You can see it's breaking down into all the basic aspects. Just toss all that in, toss that in. There we go! Wand Focus Illumination. Excellent. So I can put this on my wand here. Oh, that's right. I built another wand focus in between recording sessions here. The fire focus, which does pretty much what you think it does. It launches fire. My wand is now a flamethrower. Yes, we'll be making use of that later on. But the wand focus illumination is kind of cool. You can just right-click on a surface, and it will create this little glowing light orb, which looks kind of like night orb, but it's you can make as many of them as you want. You just gotta click. You can also just break it if you want to. Just click it, you can break it. But we'll just toss a few down. You can actually even dye these things to get different colors if you want to, which is kind of funny. So you could actually, I don't know, you can make a bunch of these in different colors and just have different colored lights all around. I don't know what you can do with it. It'd be kind of interesting. Alright, let's clean up around the Alright, so you can also empty your crucible. You see how it's still got some water in there, but it uses a little bit of water every time we do something. You can empty it by shift right clicking with your wand, and that will immediately empty it out and also create a whole bunch of this flux gas that is spreading over the floor here. So we'll just clean that up. But we won't have to worry about it anymore. Alright. So maybe just leave that alone for now. Let's see here. Should I do any other researches? Oh yes, we can make an umbral rose. Oh yeah, this is kind of cool. Make a rose that creates it's a rose bush that spawns little roses around it that you can use to make shadowing, which acts as black dye. Now, what has tenebrae in it?
I'll be fine, he says. Incoming death.
Yeah. There we go. Umbral rose bush.
Ow.
I heard that one.
Creeper fishing there.
Alright, I'm just going to empty this thing before it gets... so we'll just basically get it all out. Get it all out of its system. Oh my, that's a lot of flux gas there.
Ow.
So yeah, you can see why I don't really like doing basic alchemy too much. It's kind of messy.
I need the wood.
Not very fun. If you're a neat freak like me.
Oh. Man, what do I look like right now? Oh, yeah, I look like a wisp, of course.
So I'm just going to come out here and plant this little rose bush.
I'll do some chocolate here.
I'll stick it over here on the corner.
Leave me alone.
That sounds good. Very nice. We'll let it grow there. Come back and find some umbral roses around it. Ah, it looks like one of my
fighting.
ender lilies is mature, actually. Finally. So if I just break that, it'll give us back the seed, and it'll give us a new ender pearl.
And you too.
Yay! Our first grown ender pearl. There we are. Alright, so that's pretty good. Oh yeah, so this cow has now taken up residence in my chair, in my research table here. I named him Cuthbert, by the way.